We are live on all 4 channels, should be, and Instagram is going, okay. All right, and Instagram should be live now. All right. Okay, so we are here at COOKCHILL, and just a note, we have a ticker at the bottom, and the ticker at the bottom, it goes to my cell phone, so if anyone has a question, feel free to give me a text and I will answer it in real time. Let me just make sure that we are good on live with everything. Sorry, y'all. Little technical difficulty. It's always takes a second to get things rolling. Some bots. So we have these cool little cameras that follow me around, as you can see. Okay. Bear with me just for a second. Camera. Okay. 2 seconds to adjust this to our cooktop. So we have this really neat camera that hooks to the hood, and then you can actually see what I'm cooking. Here we go. We should be good. All right. So just like I said, my name's Chef Robbie Rensel. I'm here at COOKCHILL. And so if you don't know what COOKCHILL is, it is one of the most experiential appliance buying experiences that you can have in Houston. So they have these beautiful kitchens all over the facility. They have about 12 live kitchens. So the whole point is that you're able to try the appliances before you purchase them. So just like Induction, we're going to be talking about these appliances with Miele, and you can use them, you can see them before you make your purchasing decision. So that's a little bit about COOKCHILL. We partner with them and we do events here and Induction Live. So we're also in the Miele kitchen, and Miele is a fantastic brand. It's private, it's a family-owned brand. It's based in Germany, and the quality is, certainly impeccable. So that's what we're going to be using today, and we have this beautiful Induction cooktop here. So if you're not sure what Induction actually is, it's not your old-fashioned grandma's conduction with the red hot burner halogen cooktop. Induction actually uses magnetics to heat your pan directly. So actually your pan is a heating element instead of just a cooking facilitator. So what the top does not get hot, and we're going to show you that a little bit later. It's very responsive. Some people cannot have gas. Every type of appliance, whether it's electric or gas, has its place. And so with that being said, Induction is a great option for those who really can't have gas. So that's going to be what we're talking about today. Super energy efficient, it's safe, very easy to clean, and we're gonna be making Brenner today. So we're gonna be making breakfast for dinner. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we wanna make sure that our pans are just kind of preheated. So it's really nice to keep things, have a nice hot pan when we're ready for it. So the control panel with the Miele is very, very intuitive. As 1 through 9 plus a boost. So 7 is going to be your medium heat. So you have everything up to super hot to very, very low to like a warm or a melt. And so with that being said, we are going to heat up our pans. We have some pancakes that we're going to do, as well as we're going to do a French omelet, and with some fresh maple syrup on our pancakes, maybe some chocolate chips, as well as bacon and sausage on our griddle. So we're just gonna kind of heat our pans a little bit. And one thing I wanna show you as we are heating up our pans is I wanna show you how fast and how responsive induction actually is. So since the induction heats your pan directly, this is something where it's very even, it's very efficient. So if you just watch the water, it's going to boil in just under a minute. And so, just like I said, it's very, very even because your pan is the heating element, it's not your surface that's getting hot. So we're gonna move right along. We're gonna give you a little tip when it comes to pancakes. So a lot of people, they taste my pancakes and they're like, hey, what's the secret? And so I just use Krusteaz. Pancakes are very simple: sugar, flour, baking powder, or baking soda, and that's it. So, but to get a really super nice fluffy pancake, I'm gonna add a secret ingredient. Instead of water or anything like that, I'm actually gonna add half and half. So half and half, and as you see, the pan, it's boiling already. And you can see that it is boiling in a very large circle because it's heating the pan in its entirety. Okay, so just a few, maybe under a minute or so, minute and 10 seconds. And then watch this, super cool, where you can just shut it off and then it completely dissipates. And then finally, super easy to clean, as well as it does not burn you when you touch it. Obviously it's hot, but it's hot from the pan. It's not actually hot from the heating surface. So next thing I love about induction is that you can fully utilize all the space. So, since we don't have this hot burner that's right in, that's heating the pan, I can prep, I can, really have and fully utilize that space. So I can put my pancake mix right here, and it's not really gonna affect, my pans that are heating. It's not gonna overheat my bowl. So a little bit of half and half. And then I'm gonna take a whisk to it. So the cream is gonna promote these really nice bubbles, and it's gonna trap the flour and the leavening agent with the pancake. We have a visitor. All right, so that's just gonna kind of chill. And I just add enough half and half to kind of get it we don't want it a thick consistency. So I'm gonna add just a touch more flour because we want it to be enough to hold its shape, but not too much to where it's gonna be globby. So this is perfect because it's actually going to puff up as the leavening agent hits the cream. So this is pretty much exactly, where we want the batter to be. So when you pick it up, it streams, and we're good to go. We're gonna let that sit aside. Next thing, the Miele has this really cool feature. It's called a bridge feature. So basically, I have this really cool griddle, and this griddle spans the whole cooktop. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do bacon and sausage right on this griddle. We're gonna open up the bridge element, which is the button at the top. And then the bottom control is going to control this entire plate. So it's even from top to bottom. So we're gonna preheat that on about a 7. And just like I said, the 7 is a midpoint when it comes to the induction. And then after 7, it gets hot really, really quickly. And so, people get confused, like, well, what is the 1 through 10 or the 1 through 9 numbers mean? And what's my baseline? And 7 is going to be that medium baseline, which shows you how much control at a low heat there is. And that's really important because things can get hot very quickly. We can put a ton of power, a ton of BTUs to our actual burner or gas cooktop. But when it comes to low and the control, that's where it's difficult to do. Getting something low, enough to not burn chocolate, and that type of thing. So we're gonna cook a little bacon, a little sausage, and a little tip on bacon. Something I like to do, when you cook whole pieces of bacon, it can kind of be a little cumbersome because they're so long. So what I like to do is I like to cut them in half, just a little bit more manageable. And then I like to add a little bit of oil to my pan. So that's, even though the bacon and sausage is really fatty, it's something where this is gonna really promote the cooking of the bacon and sausage. So it's gonna render faster, it's gonna get browner quicker. And I'm just gonna kind of spread this out. And we're using, with our griddle and our pans, it's so important with induction to use a good pan. So we use all DeMeyer pans, which is a great brand. It's made by Zwilling, and we believe in them so much that we actually sell DeMeyer pans. And it's something where, since your pan is the heating element, you really need something that's going to really suck up that electricity and suck up that power in order to get enough heat to your product. If you don't have good pots and pans, doesn't matter how high quality your cooktop is, it's really not going to perform how you want it to perform, just because it's not going to have enough metal and substance to suck up that heat. So as you can see, this bacon is consistently cooking, which is nice. We're going to move to center our griddle. And then we're also going to do a little bit of sausage as well. All about the Jimmy Dean sausage patties. Okay, so really nice, even cooking. And then one thing I love about induction is it's super easy to clean. So, we're cooking a lot of bacon and sausage, we get splatter and that type of thing. And really, the induction, you take it off, you wipe it clean, and you're good to go. All right. So if you guys have any questions, like down the ticker, give me a text and I can certainly answer any questions that y'all have. So next thing that we're going to do is we are going to make our pancakes. So we're just going to dump out our little water demo. So just a little bit about me and what we do other than Induction Live is we actually do appliance demos. So we work with designers and builders, clients to demo the appliances. Because if you invest and you spend your money on one of the biggest investments of a new home, which is appliances, you want to know how to use them. You might see a steam oven in a showroom or an induction cooktop, and you get it home and oh man, I totally forgot what the salesman actually said and how to use it. And if you can't use your investment, really there's no point in buying it in the first place because you can't use it and enjoy it. we really want you to make sure that when you buy appliances, you have everything you need to fully utilize and entertain with that investment that you have. So I'm just going to turn on the hood. So one tip with the hood too is if you know, but if you know that you're going to be, cooking really, say smoky steak or whatever it may be, you want to turn your hood on about 5 to 10 minutes prior to actually cooking. And what that does is that creates a draft. So when you're cooking, it just really flows up into the hood and out very, very easily. All right, so we're gonna have our pancakes. And what's great is I'm just gonna melt this butter just on like a tube. I'm gonna lower this sausage and bacon as well because it's just gonna allow me to kind of time everything. Still have to make a French omelet. Still have to make a French omelet. We're gonna add, I really like to use just a little bit of butter to fry my pancakes, just a touch. Okay, and then this nonstick pan we're using is a ceramic titanium nonstick pan. So it's not gonna chip, it's not going to flake, it's not Teflon based. It's a fantastic pan to do pancakes, eggs, or whatever you need. It's a 5-ply. So when I say 5-ply, it means that there's 5 layers of metal in between the pan surface and the top. So the 5-ply would be an aluminum core, a stainless steel aluminum hybrid, and then stainless steel or the ceramic titanium non-stick on top. So that's what the 5 layers are made up of. So aluminum is the core because it's the most conductive metal there is other than copper. So that's why pans have a core of the aluminum. All right, on our grill. So as you see, we have our bacon, our sausage, and this just shows with a induction cooktop, you can really cook a lot of product on the actual cooktop. So I mean, we have a full griddle going here. We're gonna do pancakes, a French omelet, and basically cook a whole breakfast for probably 4 or 5 people, all on the same cooktop in a matter of 20, 30 minutes or so. So as you see, this butter is just kind of beautifully melting, which I love. And we have a few Ghirardelli chocolate chips that we're going to put in our pancakes. And then our pan for our French omelet is beautifully heated. And the difference between a French omelet and an American omelet is a French omelet is stirred throughout, so it's kind of nice, beautiful curd. And the American omelet is cooked hard and flipped. So as you see with this induction cooktop, there's a whole bunch of grease splatter. So what we can do is we can just take it as it builds up. And we can just give it a wipe. Even though it's cooking, it's not going to burn our paper towel. It's not going to hurt anything. It's just going to kind of make sure that we're continuing to be nice and clean. So the usability of the induction really is a very, very cool feature, and it's very efficient. So one thing that is super important is some people can't have gas. That might be a preference. That might be something where they have a very airtight house, and so there's a combustion issue or a makeup air issue, and that's something where induction is the perfect option. But a lot of people don't know about it, and a lot of people there's a lot of miseducation on it, or really just no education at all, and it's very misunderstood. So just like I said, it's not heating the top, it's heating your pan directly. So that's why the pans are so very important. So what we're going to do is we have our eggs. Then we have a little bit of butter that we're going to, now this time we're actually going to use just a little bit of butter, and that's all we need, because we have our nonstick pan that works great without a whole lot of fat or oil or whatever it may be. Touch of butter, and then we're going to use chopsticks. So the chopsticks are going to give us kind of the perfect curd. So we're going to whip our eggs. I know y'all miss Mo. I miss Mo too. He's much more entertaining, or he brings out the entertaining in both of us. So if Mo's watching, I miss you, brother. All right, so this is very nicely melted. See, the butter is just melting. It's not burning. It's just at the perfect level. So just before we do this, I'm going to turn our bacon. So when I cook bacon on the top, I really like to turn it multiple times, about 4 different times. That gets it really nice and even, and not just super crispy on one side. Okay, that's good. I'm just going to kind of move these guys around. Go, move these guys down. So once again, if you guys have any questions, give me a text and I will answer them in real time. Show you exactly, what your question is. So you're not just hearing it or hearing a salesman. You're actually seeing it in real time. So definitely give me a text if you have any questions. All right. So we're gonna do our French omelet. We have our eggs. So it's 3 eggs that are whipped. And instead of putting all the ingredients inside the omelet, we actually cook our eggs first. Okay. And we're going to kick this up to about a medium heat, actually just below medium-low heat, which is going to be a 6. And so this is how we're going to do a French omelet. We take our chopsticks, spread them out, and this is going to cook kind of nice and slow. Kick it down to a 3 or so. We preheated our pan so it's nice and hot. Okay, you're going to stir throughout this whole entire time. And if we were on, a different, range or something like that, we would kind of have some hot spots. So since the induction is so efficient and it heats the whole pan very nice and evenly, we can really get this beautiful curd. So the Miele cooktop really does a great job with the high quality induction inductors. So there's little magnets on the cooktop, and the higher quality the induction inductors are, the more consistent it is. So I love Miele just because it's a family-owned brand. They make the majority of all their own product. So the quality is there, and it's just really beautiful. It's super sleek and really gives that nice modern look. So I'm much more on the modern style than a traditional style. And then they have some awesome appliances that are, they have a coffee maker, they have an amazing steam oven. So it's have this full suite of product. If you can see, we have these beautiful fridges that are push to open, so you can hide them perfectly. So the beautiful fridge, and then the beautiful freezer as well that's full of delicious food. And then they have the wine column as well. So when you're building a new house, you can absolutely do a full suite of Miele product. Okay, so our eggs are getting exactly to where we want them to be. So we want them to kind of spread out, be cooked, but also have some curd still left in them. So this is exactly where we want it to be. We're going to kick it down to a 1. And with gas, it would be difficult to do what I need to do with gas, because I can slow down the cooking so quickly with the induction. So I'm just going to spread out my French omelet fill up all the holes. And then I'm just gonna let it cook on a 1 just to set the rest of the omelet. Okay. That's gonna do its thing. There really shouldn't be a whole lot of browning on the actual omelet, but it's so low that's just gonna stay warm and be perfectly cooked. Okay, so now with our pancake, I really like a crispy pancake, and the way we're gonna get that is the proper amount of fat as well as the really fluffy batter, because that promotes the crispiness, and then some really nice consistent heat. Okay. Bacon looking beautiful. Couldn't look any better. Once again, we're using DeMeyer pans. If you're interested in cookware, definitely give me a message, because we sell cookware. We outfit homes with everything from wine glasses to cookware to Bernardo china, Christoph flatware, and everything in between. We sell these amazing cutting boards that can go in the dishwasher, so they're really easy to maintain. All right. So I just kicked the pan for our pancakes up to a 6, which is like just under a medium. Okay, get up to 7, and we are ready. See how thick our pancake batter got? So this is really going to add or give us this really nice fluffy pancake that we all know and love. So we're just going to put it right in the middle and then just let it spread out accordingly. Give it a little shake. And then that's just going to do its thing. Now, here's our French omelet. And what we're going to do, I'm going to give you a demo. We're going to take this omelet, and we're just going to start to roll it out of the pan. It should be kind of like a loose scramble, because it's a French curded omelet. We just kind of work it out of the pan. Doesn't set completely. We just cooked on those burners, and as you see, not a big deal from the cleanup standpoint. So I plated it on the induction cooktop just to show you how easy it is to clean. Okay. So the burners were hot. We were cooking stuff on them. We put our omelet / scrambled egg back in the pan. Take our paper towel. Give it a little bit of a wipe. Little smudgy, but nothing that a little cleaner won't take off. But it didn't burn on the cooktop. It didn't, cement on like the, halogen red burner that a lot of people are used to. So that's just the cleanability that Induction has, where it stays, beautiful, modern, clean glass the entire time. So if you really want to, we can polish it up with a little rag when we're done. We're going to add a few chocolate chips to our pancake. Yeah. And one thing with adding chocolate chips, we want to kind of pat it into the pancake, because when we flip it, we want a little bit of that pancake batter to cover the chocolate chips a little bit, because we want to make sure that it doesn't burn all the way. All right, so that's cooking. You can see that there's a beautiful golden brown underneath. Our sausage and bacon is done, so I'm going to turn it on the warm function. So the warm function is great. It's not going to overcook the bacon. It's not going to overcook the sausage, and give us that perfect heat when we're ready to when we're ready to serve it to our guests. So a lot of times without this warming function, we put it on, paper towel, and it'd get cold by the time we're ready to serve everything that we need to serve. So here's our pancake, this beautiful golden brown pancake. There you go, with the chocolate chips, super nice and fluffy. It's got crispy edges, and that's exactly, what we want. So, last call for any questions. That's Induction live at COOKCHILL. Once again, COOKCHILL is in the Galleria. It is a experiential dealer appliance dealer where you can really try the product before you buy it. We're using Miele appliances, which is a fantastic family-owned brand, awesome quality, and it's from Germany. That's where they're based. And we do private events, private dinners in-home. We do appliance demos, and we do Iron Chef team building. We also sell cookware, kitchen and dining products like Bernardo and Christoph, as well as wine glasses, cutting boards, and anything else you need for your home. So thank you all so much. This is Induction Live, and we are out. Every Monday at 6 o'clock, we'll be here answering your induction questions. We'll see you next time.